As they go into the Fox Factory Bridge, that number 11 car has been strong all day. Still has the lead with 2 laps to go. The number 3, 411, understeer 411 Mazda of Sean DeVore is in second, who has come back from about 5th place back to give these 2 guys a run for their money here. So we're going to see if the number 3 car of Sean DeVore can make something happen here as they head down through the S's. The number 11 has a little distance between them, and quite a bit of distance between the number 11, 3, and the 2 car. So they've kind of spread out a little bit. We'll have to see. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more passing going on here in this race, but we're going to have to find out. That Sean DeVore, man, today in that understeer 411, he's had a rough week here at Road Atlanta, not having qualified or not having raced overly well. He's really struggled. He's been in some accidents and just has had a kind of a miserable week. So this has been a really good change for him as they come down the backstretch, headed down the chicanes, or headed down towards the chicanes. We're gonna have to see if he can make some kind of run here on that last lap. So they have they're coming up to the chicanes, and he's caught up with him again. So he's definitely pushing that number 11 of Mark Zetter again. So he's definitely trying to make something happen. As like I said, he's had a rough week. So if he could somehow pull out this win, it would be pretty amazing. So here he comes. He's caught up with him. He goes, let's see, he's going to the inside, comes up beside him as they go into turn 1, makes a little bit of contact, but both cars stay on the track. And that number 3 car of Sean DeVore, he gets the lead coming out of turn 1, headed into the S's. He puts a little distance, or starting to put a little distance between him and that number 11 car of Mark Zetter. As they travel down through the S's, he is looking very strong here. So we're going to have to see that number 11, number 2 car, though they've been battling all day for that number 1 spot. So I'm sure they're not going to just give up and let Sean have this win. They're heading into turn 6 and turn 7 here at Road Atlanta. So this is not Sean's strongest turn. He doesn't always carry a lot of momentum, gets a little bit sideways coming out onto the rumble strips. So that's going to give that number 11 of Mark Zetter a chance to catch up with him, especially with that number 2 pushing him along. So we're going to have to see. Now the number 2 jumps out. I think it was a little early, but he jumps out, going to try to make a big pass here. And that number 3 of Sean DeVore drops down in front of him, and that's going to give him a little bit of a bump draft. So pushes him, gives him a little momentum coming down in towards the chicanes, pulls back over in front of the number 11 car, so that gives him the lead and definitely cuts anybody's chance off of passing him there. Takes a little bit, gets a really good run out of the chicanes, puts a little distance between him and that number 11 car. Number 11 jumps out to the outside. I was thinking he was hoping he'd get some momentum, but that number 3 car of Sean DeVore crosses the finish line in number 1. That was fantastic. What a run he's had today. After a miserable week, that was a fantastic run Sean put on there to finish in the number 1 spot ahead of Mark Zetter and Oliver Winsco. Number 4 was, I can't read that right now, but we're going to have to take another look at that. And here we are again. I'm going to show you the pass one more time as the number 3 car of Sean DeVore goes to the inside and goes in really deep. Not a dive bomb, but just a really good pass. Stays pretty clean, maybe just a little bit of contact, but you can see he made that pass stick, and that is what he needed to win this race. But let's take a look at what happened down the backstretch that solidified the win for number 3, Sean DeVore. So as you can see, they come down the backstretch, and that number 11, the number 2 car hook up, and the draft really lets them catch up with that number 3 car of Sean DeVore. And as they come up the backstretch, the number 2 car jumps out just a little bit early, allowing the number 3 of Sean DeVore to move over, and he gets a little bump draft from him, pushes him back up in front. If not, the number 11 car might have had a shot at making a pass down into the chicane, but with that little extra push, it pushed Sean right back into the lead, and he was able to hold off those guys for the win, as you can see as they come around the chicane and coming over through the Fox Factory Bridge. They come down the straightaway to the checkered flag, and that number 3 car is able to hold off those guys and get the win. And that was a fantastic finish. Now let's head on down to a victory lane and talk with your winner.
Sean DeVore, you just won the race here at Road Atlanta. How are you feeling right now?
I tell you what, I am so pumped to bring this understeer 411 Mazda to victory lane here at Road Atlanta. It was a heck of a race. I tell you what, there was a lot of bumping and rubbing going on. I had to hold off at number 11 of Mark Zetter and the number 2 of Oliver Winsco. They were both on my bumper the whole time. They gave me a run for my money, but I was able to hang in there and take that checkered flag. I want to tip my hat to them, though, for their awesome driving and respect. I also want to give a big shout out to my crew who did a phenomenal job with that car today and the game plan. They hooked me up with a fast and smooth ride. And my spotter, Jeff, he was on it all day. Jim and Jeff were in my ear the entire race. I couldn't have done this without them. And of course, I want to thank all my sponsors who made this happen. Michelin, BF Goodrich, Motul. Thank you for your faith and support. You are the best, guys, I tell you. I'm honored to represent y'all. And I also want to thank a couple of sponsors that I wish I had. The Driver 61, the ultimate online racing school, and Boosted Media, the leading channel for sim racing content. I tell you guys rock, and I hope to work with y'all soon in the future. This win means the world to me, and I'm so thankful for all the support and love I've received from my fans, the media, and the racing community. You are the reason why I do this, and I hope to keep making you happy and proud of me. But this week was not easy for me. I tell you, as I got involved in a couple of crashes early in the week that really set me back. It was frustrating and disappointing, but I didn't give up. I kept working hard, kept improving, and kept believing in myself and my team. We fixed that car, we learned from our errors, and we came back stronger. I think this win shows our resilience and determination. We never quit, we never lose hope, and we always fight for that win. That's what makes us champions. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll see you guys in the next race. Woohoo! Let's go party!